What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video, and today I got another lockdown for you. Basically a twos big, quote unquote. So if you're running twos with a guard or a scoring build, this is what you would bring out for basically getting boards and just playing defense on a bigger build. Though much of the twos is just dexing and cheese. If you like running twos though, still this would be a build that can help you stop dexers. This is a build that I have as my big lock. Haven't finished him yet, but brought him out. Can already see the potential in him. He's better than the one I originally made for the same occasion of running twos. But this is basically like another build that we made, just another version of our twos big right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into that after Bible verse of the day from Luke chapter 6 verse 36 is, be merciful just as your Father is merciful. So there's a lot of characteristics of God that I know that we should be following. Just as good as God is, all of his characteristics, how merciful he is, how forgiving he is, how loving he is, we can go on and on. Those are the qualities that we should strive for and show in us on and onto others, just how he shows all those same characteristics onto us. Obviously we struggle with a lot as humans, and we can't do the things that God does, but at the end of the day we should try our best to strive for those qualities and let those qualities be the main qualities that people see in us and that we show onto others. So let's get into this lock video. We're gonna start off, we're gonna make him a center, and we're gonna go 6'7". Now we're gonna go 263 with a max wingspan just for boards. So I'm gonna break everything down and on why we're doing everything. But to start off, most important thing when you're running twos, when you're honestly any type of big this year, is board. So I'm gonna go 91 board. I know it's not the 99 that everybody has, but this is twos, so all you gotta do is box out that one big, and then we're gonna max +5 this, your cat breaker, we're gonna +5 it to get it to the 96, and then we're gonna max +1 rebound chaser to get it on legend. So we're gonna have legend rebound chaser still, so don't worry, you're gonna be getting boards, it's gonna be all perfectly fine. And then we're gonna max out offensive rebound, because your whole purpose is honestly to rebound in this game as a big, so you got to be able to board as a big, so that's the most important thing. Next, I'm gonna go 88 speed, and we're gonna max our agility out as well. You need to be fast in this year's game, or you're not going to be able to turn and move. So when you're having to switch onto the guard, when you're playing twos, you need to be able to recover, get down low to try to get the board. So speed is really important, even on twos. More important than it seems. So strength, I just tweaked, but we're gonna put this at an 86, and then we're also gonna +5 that to get it to the 91. And then at the 91, you see brick wall you get on gold. So this is where my next +5 is gonna go. I'm vet 2, and this is what, season 5, so we got 4 cat breakers, so that's 14 total cat breakers that we're gonna be using towards this build. So like I said, 86 +5 that, +5 D board. And then vert, we're just gonna leave at an 85. Vert helps you with your rebounds, so you need vert. I would say 85 plus, 85 minimum if you're running as a smaller big, quote unquote, and you're trying to get boards. 85 plus. 90 is ideal, but 85 plus is what you want. Steel, we're gonna go 85. You can try to get it higher, but I think 85 is a sweet spot with steals. Gold interceptor, just in case the ball does come down low when you're getting dexed and you try to run a lane. 85 is all you really need. Perimeter, now this is twos. Just in case you get switched on, you can kind of have a little bit of perim. So you don't want to max it out too much. But honestly, if you do get switched on, a lot of people only dex. You're not going to get posted up like that. So let me take that back. You do want perimeter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it at an 89. And then that other +4 is going to go on here. And that'll give us at an 89. Is that where I was going to put my +4? I can't remember. Let me finish making this build. But 88 interior, that's going to help with, that's going to give us post lockdown on gold. And then we're gonna bring our block up to an 80. And that's just because I had extra attributes, to be honest. So I moved that up to, oh no, this is where my +4 was gonna go. So your perimeter is gonna stay at an 89. can honestly probably bring it down. Let's bring it down some, just for the fun of it. Block, we're gonna leave here. Then this is where my +4 is gonna go to, and that's gonna give me Paint Patroller Silver. Now that's just in case off the decks they throw it down low. Paint Patroller helps. It's like Intimidator, but in the paint. Intimidator was in the paint. I don't know why I said it like that. So it's basically Intimidator. So you're gonna be able to get some stops just by being nearby on the flyby jump contest down low in the paint, if you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's why you want Paint Patroller. So that's where your +4 is gonna go to. So you got +4 on block, +5 D board, and +5 vert or strength. I mean, and then pass act, we're just gonna bring it up to a 68. Now, you can try to leave it lower, but what I notice with my other big that I use for twos, when I get rebounds on defense and I try to kick it out to my guard, those passes are dumb slow. So if you get a board and you're trying to kick it out to him, you're gonna get a terrible animation with a low pass act. So I would try to go 68 just to get it up as high as you can so those passes aren't too slow. Midi, we're gonna bring it up to an 87. I do want some 89, but the boards is more important than anything, so you got to max out your wingspan. So if you really want to sacrifice it, go for it, but I think boards is more important for twos. So I got the 87, and if you really need to, you can just you can use your takeovers wisely as well. So if you really want to, you can leave this at a 90. You can bring this up to a 92, and then don't cap breaker this, and then have your wingspan lower, and then get your midi up to an 89, and then just make sure you use your takeover wisely as well. So, but for now, we're just gonna focus on this build because I don't know if that made any sense. But the last thing pretty much is your drive and dunk at a 65, and I think that's everything. So this is pretty much the core of the build. I did mess something up. I don't know what it was. This goes to a 45. This gets dropped down to a 51. Because we don't need post control, we don't need layup. Close shot is tied to something. O board, wonderful. So the one main thing is I have my parim up to an 89, and then I put free throw up. But if you don't want the 89, I don't even remember why I put it at 89. I might have been trying to get that on ball goal just in case for later seasons with the +2. Probably was. So probably do leave that, and then with the rest I just put it on free throw. Then something's changing every time. I do this literally every build video. 77, 45, 65, 45, 51, 87, 75, 64, 68. This is at a 59 for whatever reason. I guess I didn't fix it when I changed my build. But yeah, so this is the build that I have for twos as a big. So that's everything. The takes, like I said, depending on what you're struggling with when you do play, just use that. So you can, if you're running into a lot of bigs that are outboarding you, put board beast or something on like that to help you get more boards. Defensive presence helps you get more agility if you're moving slower, or if you need some blocks down low, you're not getting a lot. Fortress helps you with your strength and 3. So that blockade on 2s, you're going to be setting them hard body screens, putting people on the ground. So if your small guard can get open, then, well, your small guard's going to get open easier. And then there's going to be a 2-on-1 if you're putting somebody on the ground on 2s. It's wide open shot somewhere because one person can't guard 2. So Fortress is going to be a good one. Anything with the blockade, takeover ability is going to be great, like Great Wall. But Fortress also gives you 3-pointers, so I would go with that over Great Wall. But like I said, yeah, just go through the takes that you can get to and just make sure you use those properly to either what you're more so whatever you feel like you're lacking. I would use your takeover in. So if I'm struggling to shoot, I would do something that helps me shoot, like Fortress. But that's pretty much the build. He comes out to a defensive anchor. It's really good for 2s lock, but you can use them in the rec too, to be honest. 5s as a bigger lock. Yeah, you can use him as a perimeter lock and a big lock too. So he's a pretty much universal lock. He can shoot, stretch the floor, and like I said, he's really good 2s. He'll be good in 3s too, to be honest, as your 3s big and 5s. But he's mainly used for the 2s big. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole build. If you guys want more builds, just comment and we'll get those builds out to you guys. But till then, I'll catch y'all in the next one.